I'm gonna give you 7 ways for you to make the most of your early 20s. And I'm only saying early because I'm about to hit my mid 20s, which is insane. I'm so excited to be 25. There's no other birthday that I've been this excited about in like ever. Never been excited about any other birthday like this before. And the reason why is because it's such a milestone for me. I have been dreaming about becoming this woman that I am right now for so long, and I'm becoming this person right before I hit 25. And it's only a little taste of all of the good things that God has for me. And I really do believe it's been because I've been intentional with my time, with just what I want the last few months, the last honestly 2 years of healing and growing and really just doing these things. And these things are going to set you up for success. Whether your 20th birthday is coming up, or you're hitting your mid 20s, or you're at the end of your 20s and are ready for the new decade, this decade is an amazing decade. And I really do think if you take advantage of it, it's gonna be so fun. You can get a leg up in life, and also you're gonna look back and just be so proud of the woman that you are. First way for you to make the most of your 20s is to have a growth plan. Be intentional about growing yourself as a person. Be intentional about putting education into yourself, about investing in who you are, investing in the gifts that God gave you, investing just in the woman that you are. And this could look so many different ways, especially in your 20s, because at this point in your life, you're being pulled in so many different directions. You're trying so many different things. But I think overall in that space, have intention to grow. Do not stay the same as you were in your teens. You want to be evolving. You want to evolve as you go. And your evolution, your growth plan is at your own time, but you want to be in the trajectory that you are growing. You don't want to stay the same. The things that you used to do in high school, the things that you used to do when you're 18, 19, are not the things that you're going to be doing in this decade. What I've been doing with my growth plan is picking a few things that I know are going to take me from one level to the next. For me, on my growth plan is really becoming intentional about resting and having really fun self-care activities to do, because I tend to put self-care in the back burner. I tend to not really sit with myself and really just rest. So for me, I've been really intentional lately about taking a few minutes after work and just resting, taking a coloring book, taking a journal and just resting, because that's part of my growth plan. Is I want to grow in knowing that I can do all these things and I'm really amazing, but also I need rest, and rest is really important to me. What is that thing for you that you want to grow in? It could be maybe a talent, a skill. Maybe you want to grow in becoming more emotional aware. Maybe you want to grow in setting boundaries more, or maybe you want to grow in really becoming someone who's a little bit more outgoing, making new friends. Maybe that's the growth plan that you are pushing towards. Having intentionality around what kind of things you want to get into, what kind of things you want to grow into is really important. The second thing is trying new things. And this kind of goes with the first one, is that in your 20s, you have so many more opportunities than you did as a teen. You have more autonomy of yourself, and this is the time to try new things. I would say our 20s is the best time to kind of burst out of our bubbles and step into new territory, step into new ventures, whether that is with friends, that is with relationships, that is with just our faith, whatever that new thing is for you. Our 20s is the best time because we can take more risks. Taking risks is less risky in your early 20s because not a whole lot of people are depending on you. For me, not having kids, I just have a job and my marriage. Those are the really big important things, and family. So I can take a little bit more risk. I can full on go into this YouTube channel and try this and say, I really want to do this. And I can take that risk because this takes time and hours. So I know that I can go all in on my YouTube channel right now because that's a huge risk I'm taking as far as time and my energy. But I know I can take it because I have the time to. So I'm trying new things. I'm growing on here, which I'm really excited about. So thank you guys for loving all the videos and commenting. What is that new thing for you? Do you want to become an influencer? You want to try it out? Maybe you're feeling like, you know what? I don't feel like I'm called to this job. I don't feel like I'm called to this school. I don't feel like I'm called to this place. Do I want to move? Like, do I want to go outside of the country? Do I want to go to another state? You can do those things right now. Obviously, you know all the information in your life to make that decision. But I'm saying it is a lot less risky to do that in your early 20s. Try things that scare you. Try things that you never thought you would do. Try new foods. Try all kinds of things. Like, what is that? Like, I really am pushing this because this has really helped me. Like, really helped me is trying new things and going out of my comfort zone and going out of my routine and really pushing myself to try the things that I thought I wouldn't. Third one is traveling. I'm not talking about going around the world in 80 days or something. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about becoming a travel influencer, all that stuff. Like, you can travel in your city. Like, There's some places where I live I have never been to, neighborhoods I don't even know about. Your world is a lot bigger than you think it is. Get out of your town, get out of your city, drive to the next state if you can. Go somewhere else, take a cross-country trip and come back. Like, there's so much to see that is just beyond where you live. I just caught the travel bug when my husband and I drove across the country when we moved. It was just so amazing to just hit state after state after state, and it just was so beautiful to just see the country. I'm not saying spend a lot of money. I mean, you can if you have the money, you can if you plan it, to go across the ocean and see another country and experience another culture, which I recommend 100%. You should at least once in your life go to another country where they speak a different language and they're different than you. Like, it's eye-opening to do that. I would say it really adds character to us in our early 20s when we see different parts of the world around us, and it helps us become more empathetic. We just have a bigger perspective than just our tiny world. Go to the next town over. Go to that beach that you've been saying you're gonna go to. Go to that store that you've been saying you're gonna go to but never did. Just go and do it. Go to a bookstore. Traveling will change your early 20s. I really promise you. Number 4 of how to make the most of your early 20s is to get financially educated. Know your money. You have to know your money. Money's a big deal. Money's a huge deal. And for me, this was the first thing that I had to learn, was that money runs the world. Sadly, it does. And it's not about the money, it's about the person that has the money. Like, look in your life right now and list all the things that you're going through, all the needs, all the things that you need, list that. I bet you at least half of them, maybe even half of them, are money related. Because that's how deep money is in our culture and society. So you can't just ignore this, because that is ignorance, and that is setting you up for failure in the future. When I say have financial education, I mean it in like a personal and also just a practical sense. When I say personal, I mean, how do you feel about money? What are the money mindset that you have? What are the things that you heard about money growing up? Maybe you have toxic money mindset. Maybe you think that you can never make enough. Or maybe you think that money is bad and it's evil. You think that rich people are bad and evil. And those are driving how you use money, how you get money, how you spend money. Get a journal out. Write down, what do I feel about money? What money is to me? What money was to me? And what money will be. Journal those out, and I promise you, you're gonna be so free, and be honest about it. For me, I used to say that I was bad with money. And guess what? I was bad with money. like it's just like, no doubt. Like, I say it so many times, I start believing it and I start living it. Now I'm like, I'm actually not bad with money. Like, I look around, now I'm like, I'm not. I had to let go of that mentality of telling myself I was bad with money when I was not. The practical education that you need is your bank account, your savings, like Roth IRAs, all of that, credit cards and loans and like that stuff. There's two sides to money, practical and personal. You have to be educated in those things. Like, if you can invest in anything in your early 20s, it's this. Educate yourself on however you need to. There are so many podcasts, so many books, so many YouTube videos, so many courses that you can take for free 99 out there. Financial education is the most important education you can probably give yourself, not only for yourself, but if you plan to have a family, have kids later on, you're gonna set them up for success, because all you did when you were 23 was watch a few videos and actually did the things that those videos said. When we did Financial Peace, we are following it, we are in our baby steps, and we are seeing the debt just go. We're gonna be financially solid, and I'm just gonna be barely 25 at that point. Number 5 is you have to focus on your health. We have such an advantage being in our early 20s to really focus on our health and set our body up for success, and really being able to feed our body what it needs and take care of it in the way that it needs, so that it can take care of us when we're older. And I had to really change my mindset in saying that I have to take care of my body right now, because when I do, like in the next 20, 30 years, I'm taking care of my body, it's gonna pay me back later on. When I say focus on your health, your physical health, mental health, and emotional health, all those things are connected. When you physically don't feel good, everything else doesn't feel good. So what can you do in each area for you to grow? For example, let's say you walk every single day, and when you walk every single day, you're feeling a lot better, you're getting mental clarity, you're getting some fresh air in you. On your walk, you're really paying attention to your body and your emotions. Walking alone, physically taking care of yourself emotionally and mentally. Focus on your health. Simple as walking, simple as journaling, simple as just noticing what's going on in your body, or noticing your thoughts and writing them down. Focusing on our health does not have to be this big thing, because healthcare is expensive. Also, if you do have the luxury of healthcare, whether it's through your job or you have the means, take advantage of it. Like, really take advantage of it. And this is something that I am taking advantage of. Any specialist that I can see, I'm gonna see. Anything that comes up, I'm gonna see. If my eye twitches, I'm going. Like, I don't care. I want to put the money and time into this, because I know if I take care of my body now, it's gonna take care of me later. Number 6 is choose your friends carefully. Having the right people in your life makes such a difference of how your early 20s and really your whole life is gonna go, because friends are so important. You have a choice in who becomes your friend. Like, you really do. You have a choice who you pour your energy into and who you don't pour your energy into. Step back and look at your friendships and say, okay, who here matters to me? Who here am I going to pour into? For me, is it reciprocal? Do I trust my friends enough to ask them for advice? If you cannot ask your friends for advice, are they even your friends? Like, and when I'm talking about friends, I'm not talking about acquaintances. I'm talking about core friends. People are gonna come in and out, and that's why you need to have the standards. Just as we have standards for romantic relationships, we need to start having standards for friendships. Anyone that likes me, we talk, we chat, we send each other TikTok videos, we're friends. Like, no, baby. There should be standards. Like, standards, expectations for a friend. Do you have standards for your core friends? Can you even answer the question, why am I still friends with this person? If you do have a good friend, you need to tell them that. Like, tell them you are a good friend. I love you. And also, you gotta be a good friend. Don't be a bad friend. You're the one that's not reciprocating, or you're the one that's just mediocre. Maybe you don't wanna be their friend. I think I'm gonna do a whole video about friendships because this point is going a little long, okay? Last but not least, number 7 is feel everything. Like, feel everything in your 20s. You gotta feel it all. The good, the bad, the ugly, the hurt, the heartbroken. Like, feel it all. So much is going to happen. There's so much heartbreak. There's so much betrayal. There's so much pain that's going to happen. I know that just sounds like, yay, 20s, but that happens at any point in life. And when you learn to feel it, when you learn to really feel it in your 20s, you're going to be so resilient. Resilience is not about hiding away from your feelings. It's about feeling them and embracing it, because life is not always happy. Life is not always rainbows and butterflies. Life has so much crap that happens, so many storms that happen, and we are meant to feel it all, because if we weren't meant to, we wouldn't experience it. In your early 20s, learn how to feel. Learn how to really feel the vibration of sadness. What does sadness feel like to you? What does happy feel like to you? Like, if you'd close your eyes right now and just happy, do you know where that would feel? What would the happiness feel? Feeling everything means inviting all of the uncomfortable emotion, inviting all of the feel-good emotions, inviting all of the comfortable, all of the uncomfortable, inviting it all in. You grow, you become more mature, you have more character, and you are able to step into different spaces in life and be strong in it because you have learned to feel. I would not be the woman that I am if I didn't start feeling 3 years ago, if I didn't take therapy and learn how to feel and learn how to cry and allow myself to cry. And I feel like I cried for 3 years. There are days where I just want to hide and bury my head in the sand, but I gotta remember, no, I gotta feel. I have to feel everything. It reminds me at the end of the Barbie movie when she's just like telling her to feel everything. That's what that reminds me of. Our 20s is that. It's just embracing it all and knowing that I'm gonna feel this and I'm gonna come out stronger on the other side. I'm gonna come out smarter. I'm gonna come out more resilient on the other side because I'm feeling everything. And I really do think that's what our 20s are about. That's all I have for you. I hope you enjoy this video. If you have any other tips of how you are thriving your early 20s or just any point in life, go ahead and comment below so that everyone can grow in this community. If you did like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to our lovely growing community, and I'll see you in the next one, my friend. Bye.